Yes, hello guys. Thank you for checking out my tutorial. Basically, what we're going to do today is we're going to integrate our Joomla MySQL database with Dreamweaver so we can access dynamic text and possibly input this into our Joomla files here in Dreamweaver. So this is a problem in itself, but we should tackle this within 5 minutes, if not less. So let's jump straight into it. Basically, you need to make a connection with your website in Dreamweaver before you can actually start creating any connections to databases outside of Dreamweaver. So basically, what you need to do is you can either connect to your website through your index.php file, or you could just come up with a new page. It could be anything really, PHP, my preference, and now we can get to work. So just open up your database either from Window, Databases, or just expand the panel on the right here, and you should have something like this, the database tab, sorry. So there's already a connection established here that I did earlier. So we're going to do something like this, if you can bear with me, that is. Anyway, so here you have the tables, and here you have the database, and so forth. So what you need to do is, to be able to do this, you're going to have to click on this plus sign here, and then click on MySQL connection. So you have a window here with boxes that require certain information. Now, the connection name can be anything, so I'm just going to write test Joomla. Alright, now the remaining 4 boxes are very important. Now, some of you guys probably have your website locally set with a MySQL on your computer, so it's a local site. I'm not really sure what you can name that. For people who have their websites on a web server provided by a web host, can basically just put in local host. That should do the trick. Username and password are the details provided by your web server, the host. So however you log into your website, however you get access to your files, your website files, the details that are required then apply the same to this database, because we're going to connect to the same files, the same data. So what you need to do is just put in your username. I'm going to use asterisks for the time being for security reasons. Your password, the corresponding password to the username. So basically, just to clarify that, however you log into your website files through a web server, so it could be anything. It could be GoDaddy, and then your username and your password, how to log into your files, how to access your files through GoDaddy. The username and password used there applies here. So after you've set that out, after you've found out the information there, what you need to do is you need to go into phpMyAdmin. I'm not really sure how you do that, how you'd find out your database names without MySQL phpAdmin. So obviously there are ways, but I'm not really sure now. So basically what you do is just log into your phpMyAdmin, and there in the main screen, you should basically on the right hand side, top right hand side, you should see your connection name, your username for phpMyAdmin, your table names on the left hand column, and what we're interested in here is the information on the left hand column and the right hand corner. So what you do is you just put in the same username to enter your website or your cPanel or whatever it is, and then an underscore that integrates your username with your database in MySQL. And then on the left hand side, the column where you have your database in phpMyAdmin, you have your database name. So in my case, WordPress is just WRD2, sorry about that, and this should do the trick. Where the asterisks are should be your username, just to clarify, and the second part to this is your database name. So that's WordPress 2 or whatever. And when you hit test, if there is an error, please just do trial and error and just try to get the information right. It should work out in a few goes if you know everything pre-hand. Otherwise, just just go through a few emails, find out your real username. Just try it, test a few things. So yeah, once the connection is established, what you do is you hit OK, and then you should have something like this come up. Your connection name, well, the previous one was test Joomla, but I did this previously. And basically, you can go through your tables, your record sets. We're interested in the first part here. And when you click on the plus drop down, you have your tables, your record sets show up, as you would see in PHPMyAdmin. And within these, obviously, you have all the category IDs and so forth, all the parameters. So basically, this is the gist of how to connect your Joomla MySQL database to Dreamweaver. Within the following tutorial should show us how to create record sets, which is something different. So when you click onto bindings, you have all sorts of things like stuff like this come up, and you can actually access your columns here through your WordPress, your Joomla database, and so forth, and how to filter and how to not burden your database with all the columns, only the ones that you need. And really then, after creating a record set, can you input dynamic text into your Joomla files here in Dreamweaver, which is pretty useful actually. All of this, at the back end of this, behind the scenes, Dreamweaver actually does all the code typing for you. These actually take a few script pages at least to connect, just to make the MySQL connection function happen with Dreamweaver. So I hope this has helped, and stay tuned for more examples, more tutorials, especially for people who have difficulty integrating Joomla, their files, their images, and so forth with Dreamweaver. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.